I think Cannes this year has been a phenomenal opportunity to have a look at just what is happening between the sort of ends of the continuum between technology on one end and science, and I think the harder sort of laws of what is physically possible using physics and biology and technology, etc. And the other end where you've got creativity. So what has been phenomenal for me is to see how it is that these two opposite ends of the continuum are coming together and creating fundamentally a sort of new form of expression, which to me is a little bit of digital art. And certainly from an F&B point of view, we've lived that. You know, I have a look right through the organization. And typically, I suppose you would expect just to have in a banker, someone who's very numerate when it comes to understanding accounts, etc. But when you look at the profile of who it is that is a part of our organization now, we've got people who are physicists all the way to people who are technologists. And that ability to bring those different skill sets and combine them and to make magic, I think is fundamental, because a lot of what is happening now with the capability of technology, that comes from an understanding of science. It comes from an understanding of code. It comes not just, you know, from going, well, you know, 1 + 2 is equal to 3 or 13, as it were. We're trying to get it to be 13. So it was incredibly exciting to see that it's hit, I think, Cannes. Not that it was not understood before, but it's cresting, you know, that wave is peaking now. And I'd like to believe that as FNB and as a bank, we're well ahead on that curve. I think the reality is, first of all, be driven by consumer behavior. You know, and first of all, not consumers. They're people out there, they have a life, they want to get on with it, they want to have the best possible life that they can have. And so the opportunity suddenly is to engage. You know, so from a collaboration, whether it's a collaboration, innovation, integration, I think people move across various channels, they move across various platforms. You know, just in my walking to get to your interview today, you know, I was in a building, I was on the pavement, I walked past the beach, I came into a building, and I'm confronted with a range of technologies and platforms. You know, there's screens, there's my television that is on the side of the street, a big screen, there's a billboard, there's my phone in my hand. And so the multi-screen environment is significant. The multi-platform environment is significant. And I'm in the center of it as an individual, as a human being. So very simply, engage with me, allow me to participate. So don't tell me or don't do to me, do with me, because I actually want to be involved. And the opportunity to understand human behavior and take those very, very, I suppose, fundamental human insights and amplify them is where the opportunity lies. I think a lot of the time we tend to focus on, well, what should we do online and what should we do in print and what should we, and that's probably the wrong approach. The approach is, you know, who is my customer, what are they doing, what do they want, and then build for them, because then I'll reach them across all of the various platforms and across the various formats. And for me, fundamentally, and I think one of the incredible lessons that we've learned as FNB is reach. You know, I'd rather reach 100 people once than reach one person 100 times. And the opportunity to build the business and the opportunity for me to convert you, or to at least nudge you, let's say, to conversion. You know, I can touch 100 people who go maybe. And the more often I do that, and the more intelligent, I suppose, I am about that as a brand, in understanding you and your behaviors, I have no doubt that you know, that's the trigger point, that's the success in, sort of the kernel, as it were.